Well, well. Wow. Breaking news. This is it. World Zoom was arrested, apparently just the other day. So we can add that to our topics. Hi, welcome to our live stream. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, Paul Cardwell was arrested. And let's see if we can bring this one up. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Hey, California Bear. Hi, Sharky. Thanks so much. A couple of other in the house. Yeah, we've got the information from it. Let's see where it went. Um, let's see here. Well, I don't know where it went. There we go. There we go. So, there it is. That's the flood out from Bureau of Immigration. Paul Cardwell was arrested. Good morning, Mitch. Hi, Peter. How are you? At Mandao Jail. Yes, in Cebu. Hello, Mike. I'll see you in. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Yes, we'll be here. You know what? We have to check with that, Bruce. I'm not exactly sure. Um, uh, it's either first week of June or first week of July, one of the other. We're taking my daughter and her boyfriend to Thailand. Good morning, John. Nice to see you. So, yes, indeed, Paul Cardwell was arrested. So, hey, Chippy Whiska, how you doing, Chippy? Good to see you too. Thanks for dropping in. Top of the morning. Hey, Dave. Good to see you. So, we all knew, and I've only got this information like 15, 20 minutes ago. And the information that I've been able to glean so far is that it's going to probably be a persona non grata. It's related to his conviction in the U.S. that he already served time for. So apparently he never, maybe he never notified immigration when he came in that that he had a felony conviction. Apparently, I think the other thing, I thought there was something interesting about the fact that he went back to Illinois for so long. I think he was trying to get his records expunged, but I don't know for sure. Peter, I feel like if government knows what city you're in, doesn't it make sense to make a fake mask or get a face lift or a new? Peter, I got no idea. Hoppa's here, and Sharky, and BT, and Betty is here. Wow. Big turnout all of a sudden. We're such a small channel. So when we get a few people to turn out, it really makes a big difference. And we certainly appreciate, Ricky Last is here as well, and Hoppa, and BT and Betty, and Smirking. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a BI. Well, yeah, I guess it is a BI image. I guess he's smirking because he knows everybody is going to be talking about it. I'll bet that's why. Um, John Allen, good morning from Rhode Island. How you doing, John? Thanks for joining us in Rhode Island. I mean, coming from the fugitive's mindset, well, you know what? So much of his story never made sense. Wow, Charlie Nelson, wow, what do the people have to say that defended him when his criminal history was exposed by another blogger several months ago. Yes, indeed. And, truth be told, I know a little bit more about this. I know the company that Paul actually worked for. This is Paul was working for a company that supplies executive level personnel and clinical personnel to hospitals across the U.S. and internationally, or they were dabbling in the international market. And I went back and took a look. Paul made it out like he was working for like Baumgarten, or one of the two large hospitals in Bangkok. And when I searched through the previous history websites of both of those as the CEOs, he was never listed. So while he may very well have been working for a hospital in Bangkok at some point in time, he certainly wasn't. It certainly wasn't one of the two big ones. Dave says, who's here for the non-drama? Well, it's not really drama. I mean, this is just the truth. So, well, someone is doing a live stream right now, knowing it's not the scheduled day, but my loyalty is the ones that I'm paid membership. Well, thank you, Hoppa. Hey, look, you know what? People do what people do, and we're not gonna, something. I gotta deal with, we just get along to get along. We mosey on down the road, and we'll just deal with what we get. And we're eternally grateful for all of you that show up. Our members are a small, tight group, and we're very happy with all. I mean, we really appreciate the support that they show us. That all of you show us. It's really significant. Tom Muska, they need to lock up a dozen more of these sexpats. Well, this guy wasn't really a sexpat, Tom, but he was a wire fraud, embezzlement, misrepresentation, and a couple of other things. I don't care if he served time. Yes. And you know what, Chippy, people don't understand how hospitals work oftentimes. Hospitals pay for recruiting physicians, and that's where he was running the scam. He had a side business under a buddy's name that he would claim was the recruitment firm to bring a doctor in that they already knew, and they were getting paid for it, and he was splitting that money. Well, that's money that hospital could have used for charitable care. So yes, it did, get to people. It absolutely did. Sonny, we'll be waiting for the movie to come out. Yeah, Sonny, I don't think they'll make a movie out of it, but it'll be whatever it is. But it's interesting. But there's been another situation that's come up. All right. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Johnny Somalia. So he's the blogger that went to Japan, and he's one of these IRL bloggers that causes all kinds of mayhem, and he's just a pain in the ass and everything. And anyways, to make a long story short, he actually did a little bit of time. I think it was time served, maybe 30 days or something like that in Japan. Got deported. All right. Apologized, said he'd never do it. And where did he go? He turned around. He went to Israel. He's been in Israel, and they arrested him the other day. And he got in a lot of trouble there. So, I mean, YouTubers, now this guy was more of a Twitch IRL guy than a YouTuber, but he did have a YouTube. His YouTube channel was cut out and canceled and all that. But either way, so there's two of those today. I was going to lead off with that, but this one is far more prevalent. That's a case that was finalized in 2014. It's going to take more than 850 that he owes due to the interest. Yeah, I think that to be honest with you, I think that he's settled on all of it, or he may be on a payment plan or something like that. But it was a conviction, and he did time for federal conviction. So, Brewmeister, how you doing, Brew? How's things going? Hope you're doing well. As a younger person like myself and having anger issues, recently saw a video that American got shot by the Philippine rapper. What advice do you have for hot-headed younger? You know, Peter, my advice is learn to control your emotions and anger, because it doesn't matter. I'll be honest with you, Peter, you will be frustrated here. It doesn't work in the Philippines like it does in other countries. Like it does in the U.S. You will get frustrated. So, but I just think it's bizarre. So apparently, Paul, I would think that a big piece of what happened with Paul is nobody knew about him when he first came to the Philippines. So he wasn't on BI, the Bureau of Immigration's radar. But with everything that transpired in the Philippines, in Dumaguete, all right, in Dramageddon, with everything that transpired, I wonder if they didn't put him in the radar, and I wonder if they didn't enter him into their search routine before he left. And so when he came back and he went to extend, they caught him. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts about that. It really and truly would be. So we're going to put this up. And let's see. Going to open up the panel for anybody. So if you want to talk about him or anybody else, let's go. Oh, Mike's Philippine Journey is on. BT, my chat was, wow, I got way behind. BT says he's a fugitive in the U.S. I don't know if that's totally true, Copal, but yeah, that is what it says. And so I just don't know. I really don't. I mean, I wonder if there's other, if there have been other warrants issued. That's interesting, though. So let me get this straight. He claims that he's paid his dues for crimes, but he's still a wanted fugitive. That's what they say, but you don't know for sure. Right now, what we do know is he's a convicted felon, and BI is going to utilize that at a minimum. He's stealing from the government, the worst kind of stealing in terms of punishment. Yep. Hey, Mike, so he just blew $2,000 on a round trip visit to the sea. Yeah. And you know what, Leroy? Not only did he blow it on that round trip visit, I bet he didn't even pack some extra food. I was doing dishes for my breakfast. How the dog's doing? I love that little fat white dog of yours. That little chubby white one with the crooked ear. He's so cute, Papa. I want him, Johnny Somalia, to come to Cebu. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Johnny Somalia is in trouble again. He got arrested in Israel the other day. Matt T, good morning, Mike. I called out that dummy Paul when he said he was still in film. pointing out the colonial pine trim and the 6-panel. Yeah, you did indeed, Matt, and several of us saw that. In truth. So I'm still getting over this. I think was probably pneumonia. I thought maybe he lives on the Eclipse. Yep. Somalia is a streamer for Kick. Yeah, indeed. How fun is that flight home wearing handcuffs? I don't know. You think they'll make them? Well, I don't know that. You know what? I just don't know. I tend to believe that unless somebody issued a new warrant because they saw he was back in the U.S., maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I think we'll find out in time. That's for sure. Snitches sometimes get delayed stitches. Mike's Philippine Journey. What's up, Mike? Nice to have you. Hoppa. Peter Berg. Hey, Peter, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. Elvis is here. Nice to see you, Elvis. And let's see, Chippy Whiska, Leroy, AJ, Peter, Elvis. Philippines coffee at the airport sucks. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And BT, hang on a couple minutes. Let me get caught up here, and I'll bring in the Sharky Yuppers. I think he did it to himself. BI are cracking down. Fat beards play stupid games with stupid prizes. Yeah, isn't that the truth, though? That is the absolute truth. Yes, James, you can't. It's hard to trust people that have always been that way. Hey, Dave, Johnny Somalia can't get out of his own way. No. Leroy. Israel should throw his house over the fence. They're going to get rid of him. I really and truly believe it. If you think you have to better, get checked out, Mike. I just learned that the hard way. Yeah, Matt, I heard you're doing better also. And that's good. I hope you're doing a lot better. Let us do this. We're going to zip over this way. We're going to put BT in there. Good morning, BT. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Mike? Good to see you.
Good. So
I just got back. I just got back from the States myself. I got a little chest cold here, though.
Yeah. It's going around. It really
Yeah,
is.
my wife's got it. A couple other people got it. So, yeah, I wanted to jump up here and let you know what I had to go through. But also, I want to talk about this guy. What it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Hold on. That's an all new record. I had 90 people in the room. Thank you so much. All right, BT, go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell you, I have friends acquaintances that are felons. You know, I'm in the moonshining, or I was in the moonshining business for years and years. And, you run across the ones in this and that, and do this and that. And anyway, every one of them that I know had to write a letter to their congressman after they got, after they did their time. And I think it took several years after that to get a clearance to go overseas.
Yes.
So for him to get a clearance to come overseas, he had to somehow talk to his representative somewhere to get him a letter to tell him he could come over here to get his passport. They had to do that to get their passport.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he had a real passport or what.
I don't know. I mean, you know something? Unlike some of the other channels, I don't go in depth into this stuff. We touch on it and then move on. And so I got no idea. But the fact is, you know, he is boom, you know?
How
Uh,
long did he get? How long did he stay? I know you don't know the real details, but he went to jail back more than 5 years ago, didn't he?
yeah, he went to jail. He was convicted. If and somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was convicted or sentenced to 10 or 12 years. He did like 2.5 and then was cut loose. And there's all kinds of different um, rumors as to why he was cut loose. Um,
Yeah. Well,
but
he had to wait a certain amount of time before he was able to get his passport back.
I have no idea. I don't know
Yeah,
what the process is for that.
I know a guy who got one that was a felon, and he had to wait like 5 years, get a letter from his congressman saying it was okay, and then they would give him his passport. And so if it came here after that 5 years was up, that's putting 7.5 years right there. Uh, sometimes you can get a fake passport and all that stuff too, though. I guess you can get anything. Also, what I want to tell you, though, Mike, was my experience of leaving on a 13A visa this time. It was different than ever before.
Oh yeah, it is.
I had to pay taxes, of
Yep.
course. It was like 1,600 pesos, I think it was. And then I had to pay again back at the back for my ECC. You don't
Yep.
have to get an ECC if you're a 13A. They already will clear you back there, but it's another 2,800 pesos.
Yes.
So I just thought I'd say something about that if anybody here has got a 13A visa and hadn't lived the country in a while.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we face that like it'll be over a year since we've been out of the country. So I'll have
yeah,
to go through all of that in June when my daughter gets here to take her to Thailand.
yeah. So you're going to spend, $100.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's better than having to do a visa every 2 months like people do
Yep.
for the. So
It
anyway,
is.
I finally left and I'm back. But this guy does this world, isn't it World Zoom?
Yep.
I've watched a couple of his videos on World Zoom. He's just regurgitating things that he hears online. I don't think he's really got that much experience here.
Well, he is an intelligent guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You can tell he's educated. He claims he has a master's out of Notre Dame,
probably
and
does.
and um, you know he's well spoken, well presentable, everything else. But those are also all the trademarks of a good con man.
That's right. I mean, he's a good con man. I mean,
Whoa.
evidently, as much money as he embezzled from that one hospital in Thailand. I've seen that one, but I don't follow him much. But I wanted to come up and tell you about the ECC now. If you're a 13A visa, you don't have to procure it until you get to the airport to leave.
Yeah, we've all and we've done that on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know if you'd told people that before or not. But anyway, that's the case for me. I'd say what is that 2,800 and 16 to 30 39 4,000 something pesos.
yeah,
I might as well just take 5,000 pesos with you when you go to the airport because you're gonna pay it.
yeah.
Have you went to Manila and left yet?
I haven't been to Manila.
I was just
Um,
wondering if they changed it down there too, because used to you could go in early and get you a ECC.
yeah, you can get your ECC at Terminal 3 right there at the
Yeah.
back.
But
Um,
I mean, you could go in early, like the day before or something like that. Before, but you can't do that anymore at Clark, where I left from.
what you
You
have?
just
Where did you get it at Clark?
in Clark, and when you go through immigration, leaving the country, they procure it for you right on the
Right
monitor
on.
there.
Okay.
for
Well,
20,
that's good to
20
know
pounds.
because this trip we're going through Clark. Mitch
Yeah.
makes a really solid point. Mitch says Cardwell may not have been paying restitution if it was ordered, which could lead to a
Wow.
warrant for his
It
arrest
was.
for not abiding. And that's really, Mitch, that's a great point. That's
Yeah.
absolutely true. That could be it. He may not have been owning up to his restitution requirements, and so they may have reissued it. And then Mitch
Yeah.
says this is definitely going to give Caldwell some new content for his channel.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, that's for sure. That is Joe Potato. He should have gotten into politics instead. Oh, what? We need another crooked politician? I guess he would have fit right in there, Joe.
Well, yeah. That
Documents
would
can
be.
be bought for a price, especially in the Tondo. Yeah, in the Recto. Oh, 99. 99. I need one more person to make 100. That'll be the biggest live stream we've ever had, which I really did not think would happen. I mean,
Here, I'll
I'm
put this
surprised.
device over here on it.
I am so surprised we have 99 people in the room, considering another very popular large channel is doing a live stream right now. So,
Oh, really?
again, all of you, we really appreciate people coming in and showing up and everything. It's just a great thing.
So you think he had probation or
100.
something? Hey!
100, and that is the largest, biggest live stream we've ever done. I'm sorry, BT. What were you saying?
Probation. Do you think he violated his probation then? Is that what that guy's saying?
I don't know, but I mean, it does make sense that if there is my first theory was and still is that it may very well be that um, because of he's a convicted major crimes white collar conviction felony, he wouldn't be eligible, to come, perhaps. And they're just now finding it. But what Mitch said makes sense also. And that
Yeah.
is maybe they've issued a new warrant.
Yeah. Maybe he's done something else too. Who knows? But they've got him on something on the computer, or they wouldn't
Yep.
have stopped him.
So, question for you. Any updates on Arlene and her friend? You know what, AJ? Here's the thing that happens, and you know this, AJ. Filipinos, just like Filipinos, all right. Follow through is a big issue, and
Yeah.
I told Arlen's friend I wasn't going to do this unless they put 5 videos together, and I would help them with it. All right, but they had to put 5 videos together. Otherwise, without showing me that kind of commitment, I wasn't going to go through the trouble. And her friend did not. So right now, that's pretty much on hold, Hoppa. That's the truth. Bruce, Paul Cardwell testifies against former cellmate, posted Tuesday, August 5th. C.J. Baker, Burlington man, a sovereign citizen convicted of bank fraud. So Caldwell did testify, Bruce. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, there's some of the proof right there of why he may have gotten out of his sentence earlier. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much. Okay, so
All right, I'm going to get down, Mike, and
All
you
right.
have a good show.
Okay, take care, BT. Thanks for coming on.
Mhm.
So there we go. And the link is down below. 102, 104 in the room. Wow. I'm sure there are plenty more fugitives there, Chippy says. Yeah, unfortunately, Chippy, you're absolutely correct. Michael Onstead, I just referred somebody to you the other day, Michael. Um, Peer character, Jimmy, 250 pesos. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoops. In case any of you don't know Michael is the number one Blue Cross Pacific Shield, I think is the name of the actual full name of the company. Pacific Shield um, rep for insurance. And if you guys don't have your insurance, your health insurance taken care of, this is the guy you should see. Really and truly is. No, absolutely. He's in there. Bruce Iverson also reportedly told Caldwell he jumped bail in 2013 because he didn't believe the federal court had any. Wow, a lot of information there that Bruce has. Yeah. And again, we don't dig deep into these drama issues, but we put it out there. And then don't forget, one of the other issues is Johnny Somalia got arrested in Israel 2 days ago. And I think he's on the verge of getting thrown out of Israel. Why would anybody like Johnny Somalia go to a active war zone? I mean, Israel is in a war right now. I don't understand that. Ricky, no, we will not see the eclipse here. We will not get to see it. It will not happen for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing some neat photos on the web. That's for sure. But anyways, yes, 103 in the room. Wow, I'm just really, really, really impressed. So now let's talk about, we've got, and we'll continue to talk about Caldwell, but we've got Philly in the Philippines. We've got Ace Bachelor Cool, Chubbs DC, Andy Omar. Who is going to fill in for Philly? And what do you think about that? Can somebody actually do that? Is there actually a way? Do you think maybe times and circumstances have changed to where they won't be able to do that? Won't be able to fill in like that? Uncle Mike, I'm going to be going to the Philippines and living in my Filipino girlfriend's family's home to save money from rent and work remote. Do you think that's a good idea, or should I rent for $10K a month? I think, Peter, have you ever met the family? Have you ever met your girlfriend? Are you familiar with the home that you're going to be in? I think those would be the first questions I would ask. So that's kind of how I feel about that. So you've got the issue of everything that's going on. James will tell you right up front, no, absolutely not. No. James just it didn't even take him 30 seconds to say that's probably not a good idea. You'll be giving that 10K to her family to be supporting your needs. Yeah, you're going to spend that 10K no matter what. Peter, yep, and going to 4-year anniversary shortly. Been there a few times, but her father is a drunk. Oh, no, Peter. You don't want to be in that sort of situation. You don't want to be in that sort of situation, Peter. Highly unlikely that Caldwell has a girlfriend who's the head of security in Dubai. They do extensive background checks to make sure you're not affiliated with criminals. Yeah, Leroy, I think she works for a private firm, but I don't know. I really don't know. But yes, you make a very solid point. That's for sure. And yeah, Hoppa says 10K plus. Smith says, do not. Definitely not. I lived in my in law's house in the beginning of my second marriage. It ruined my relationship with them. I would rent away from them. Expat Bruce says. There you go. You'll be supporting his drinking habits on a daily basis. That'll be no fun, that's for sure. Oh my. So I will guarantee you YouTube will be lit up shortly over this entire Cardwell issue. There's no doubt in my mind about it whatsoever. Power Tribune posted on April 7th about an article first posted on August 5th, 2014 about Paul convictions and how he got out early from jail. Yeah. Peter, run and run fast. Yep. That's funny. That is really, really funny. So, what else would you guys like to talk about? Would anybody like to cam up? If you'd like to come up and be on the panel, welcome to it. I'll bring you right up, that's for sure. 110 in the room. That is another all-time record. That is an all-time record for us. We have never had that many in the room before. We never even broke 100 before. So and again, I'm just confused, because there's another large channel doing a live stream right now, and we share a lot of similar subscribers, and I'm surprised that people are here. I really and truly, because we're so much smaller. So we again appreciate everybody showing up. We really and truly do. So I'll open the floor to whatever it is that anybody wants to discuss. Peter, just get your own place. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Hoppa. Bruce, I can't see the headline about Paul on my phone. Did he get arrested? Yes. Bruce, BI, Bureau of Immigration, arrested him, I think like 2 days ago. 2 days ago from when he went to renew his visa. So we'll see what happens. Chippy Whiska, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. We Doc, is King Marcos still residing in AC? And for the life of me, how did he not know he was talking to a lady boy? Wait a second. It was the alcohol. No, he's not living. He had been in Thailand. He was on his way back. He flew back from Thailand into Clark. He spent, I think he was spending a couple days in Clark, and he was hammered. So how he didn't realize that was a ladyboy is really beyond me, because as obvious as she was, her two friends were even much more obvious. So, Ricky, you started the live earlier this Sunday. That helped us out a lot. Okay. Well, then that's what we'll do. We'll start doing them at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Ricky. We certainly appreciate it. 113 in the room. Unbelievable. We are so, so lucky. LOL, he should have renewed online. Actually, it says he did renew online. He said he submitted it through. There's an article in the Philippine Star that said he actually went online, and that's where it got tagged. Isn't that interesting, James? I thought that was really interesting. The Invisible American Man, 113 watching. Yes, so thank you so much. We are so fortunate to have such a great group of subscribers, members, and and people that just help build this community. Um, it's we're not here to drag people through the dirt, but we report on what's out there. We tell you what it's like for us living here, and um, that's about all we can really say. Peter, speaking about Ladyboy, I hear a story where someone is in a relationship with them for years and finally, Peter, I have no idea. I've never heard of that. He was drunk and called the ladyboy in from a distance in the street. Yes, Bruce, he noticed when the ladyboy approached that he got closer. The ladyboy was about 4 feet from him. So if you're familiar with the table, excuse me, if you're familiar with the bar outside of Tequila Reef, it's about 2 foot from there to the rail, and then from the rail to the sidewalk, about another 2 feet. So that ladyboy was about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet away. So, and then just called her up. Paul, breaking the law, run from America. Yeah, Michael, it's quite possible. It'll be interesting. We will find out more, I think. I think Paul will be back on YouTube soon. It's just a feeling that I have. Paul would have been further ahead to be an overstayer. I don't know, Bruce. It's possible. Baroque Vein, how do you convince a Filipina that you want to know her better and not rush it? After 2 days, they are kind of, okay, let's get married. I'll show you to my family and get very mad if you delay. You know something? You just have to explain to them. I'm the guy, I'm the boss. This is the way I'm going to do it. And if you can't deal with that, honey, I'm sorry. So, don't let them, you need to set the pace. You need to set the rules. Did anyone have to call the police in Philippines? How did your experience go? And does police really do help you out and care? We've never had to call the police, Peter. So I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat has a idea. Michael, same back, Hapa. Drag 'em, drag Zoom face, green smiling. Roy, how you doing, Roy? Thanks for dropping in. Your job as a man in the PI is to never put yourself in a position to need the police. And Sharky's actually correct. You need to stay away from those situations as best as you can. Can you post a YouTube video from jail? I don't know, but who was it? One of these guys that there was always drama about, was it Frank Battaglia or somebody? These guys all have drama with some old guy. He got thrown in jail and he was posting to YouTube. Andy Omar would know more about that. Big Bear, Huge Bear, he said he was making over $500K a year and he stole over $1 million, said still owes the IRS a lot of money. Yeah, that's not unusual. A good hospital CEO will be in the 350 to 400 range, with a bonus incentive plan based on meeting certain goals and on projections. So that's not unusual. I've known hospital CEOs that were over $1 million a year. Well over $1 million a year, actually. Hi from Queens, New York. That's a hell of a headline. Hi, only punishment may be an escort to the airport and a one-way ticket. Not sure where protocol is, whether U.S. Marshals get involved. Yeah, I don't know either. Because think about it for a second. If it's not a new warrant, if it's just we're going to deport you for persona non grata because you're a convicted felon, if that's the case, then they're just going to put them on the first plane to the closest place out of their jurisdiction. You know, and the U.S. isn't going to get involved at all. Oops, sorry about that. I apologize. My microphone was off. My fault, totally. Brewmeister, Peter Hong, everybody caught me. Oh, wow. Yep, my fault. You know, I have a Yeti Blue, and I love this mic. It's a rock. I mean, it really is. But that mute button, you can hardly tell whether you turn it on or off. My fault. Herbie GM, absolutely right. Do not give up your control as long as you're paying the way. The golden rule: whoever has the gold makes the rules. It's very true most of the time. You need closed captions for the non-deaf. Turn on your mic. I'm sorry, Michael. I apologize. I really and truly do. So, what do we think? Do we think who's going to be representative of Angeles City? Is it going to be Chubbs Dub C? Is it going to be Ace Bachelor Cool? Is it going to be Andy? Is it going to be somebody else? You should be able to hear me now. Should be able to hear me now, I would think. So who's it going to be? Bum, 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 bum. Let me just do this. If you want to cam up and come on and talk, present yourself and your thoughts, happy to do that. That's for sure. Yep. Sharky can hear me now. I'm pretty sure. Should be able to. Yes, audio works now. Yes. Thank you, Vane. So, you know, or is it going to be a different YouTuber? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not going to be Chubbs, Ace, or Andy. Maybe it's going to be somebody else. I'm pretty sure Paul is out of the running for that honor now. Ha! Some young Kim should represent Emily. Some young Kim. AJ, Andy Omar content is much different than Philly's. Indeed. You know, I think it's going to be hard to ever replace Philly because it's a different time. Things are different now than they were when he started 9 years ago. I think it'll be hard to replace that because who's going to do it? Michael says, whoever is king of Angeles City is a fish in the big sea of YouTube. A speck. Yeah, you're right there, Michael. We're all small fish. We really, really are. Herbie, ABC is funny as F. My vote is for him. Indeed. I like Ace. In fact, I've been talking to Ace a little bit, and I'm hoping to actually do a live stream with Ace to have him as a guest on a live stream. But we'll see what will happen. John says, yes, they all have different niches. Oh, no, Roy. We are small fry. And you know something? We've had a couple people say that. I'll tell you how we feel about it. We are small fry. And not only that, we're too lazy. I don't like walking around with a camera and shoving it in people's faces and having to worry about recording somebody that doesn't want to be recorded or having to worry about the impact that video will have on their life. I don't like that. I don't want that kind of responsibility. I know it's not, I know I shouldn't be worried about it, but I don't like it. And that's not who we are. I miss Philo. You know what? I miss Philo too. I really do. Audio working. So yeah, I miss Philo a lot. I should try and catch up with him. I may have his messenger. I'd like to see how he and the baby and his partner are doing. I haven't seen them in a long time. I know they live out, or they were living over by, if you know CJ Abroad, if they were living out in Timog near CJ. So that would be interesting. It really and truly would. John, will be spread out a bit, I feel. They are all pretty good with the content area that they cover. I think so too, John. You know something, John? There's not really, when it comes to the more popular folks that do YouTube here in Angeles, I think they all have content that has interest to everybody. So we'll see what will happen. I'm sure Leon will try to jump onto the ACC when Philly leaves for the simple provincial life in a couple minutes. I'm sure he will. I'm sure several people will. If Leon doesn't put his attitude in check, he's going to have an issue. He's about 3 bricks short of being another Johnny Somalia. He really and truly is. He needs to put his attitude in check. I vote for the grumpy old British guy, John, for Mr. Nude Angeles. Oh, Michael, don't do that to me. That's a terrible, terrible thought in the back of my mind. Holy cow. I miss the Philippines truth. He used to dog the Phils, and it was hilarious. Well, he may have, but at the same time, you can only do that for so long. Paul Ozempic looking to retire in the Philippines. Wife was in Davao and was informed Ozempic is difficult. I heard it's almost impossible to come by. Paul, I don't know. I've heard that you've got to have a specific prescription for it, and I've heard that they have a very hard time keeping it in stock. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. Um, so Miyagi, how you doing, Miyagi? Thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much. So, yep. So Paul is down in jail, huh? Dale Murray, Ozempic is in short supply in the U.S. Go Paul. British expat John was looking at condos. Candy is what I need. Arlene, can you please call the realtor? Tell him to put ours up for sale. I don't want neighbors like him. Sorry. Criminal can't get off social media. I bet if he didn't start a YouTube channel, he wouldn't have been caught so quick. I agree, Ben Weezy. I really do. I think that when you decide to do YouTube, you better have a pristine background. You better have a very pristine background. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Philippines Truth was shut down by the Philippines government because of the negativity. I don't know, Hapa. I don't know how the Philippine government, maybe if they complained and put enough community strikes against them, maybe that's how they would have done it. I don't know how that would work. Sad diabetic and stuff really works. Yes, Paul, I agree. I wish I could get it. I wish I could too. I don't think I could take it, but I know a lot of people that would benefit from it. I don't believe the truth was shut down by the government, but by some bloggers. I think I think it could. You know what? I don't think we'll ever know. Eric, yes, he was arrested 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Iggy, thank you so much for the super chat. It's always, always super appreciated when we get super chats. But yes, Eric, Paul was arrested 2 days ago when he tried to renew or extend his visa. You're going to see a lot about it. A lot of people are going to be doing in-depth videos, I'm sure. In the last 10 years, I think the interest in the Philippines is probably up by 30 times, hence all the new YouTube channels. They all seem to get views. Yeah, but it's hard to get good views. It really and truly is. Zoom displays narcissistic behavior, couldn't help himself. You know what, Copal? I think you're right. I do. And I can tell you from what he said he's accomplished and from what I know isn't true about it, he's definitely a narcissist. But that's a whole, maybe I'm a narcissist for saying that. I better think about that, huh? All of his video content was wiped from his channel. Really, I haven't gone to his channel. I wonder if it's gone now. Has anybody been to his channel today? Are there videos still on World Zoom? David Bond shut down a channel. Same someone can do to shut down the truth. I don't know. I've heard people say they helped shut down the truth. I've heard people say they heard it got shut down, but we tend not to really say anything. It surprises me. Peter, seeing how some, whoops, missed it there. Seeing how some country have big on corruption and you're in their jail, I feel people would bribe their way if they were rich, like get a smartphone, internet, TV, their own. It happens, I'm sure. I'm sure it happens everywhere. Miyagi, I was just in Antics Live and people were talking about online dating. Wow, I'm surprised that Antics isn't all over this issue with Paul. That surprises me. Wow, Miyagi. Maybe they just don't know it yet. Maybe they didn't get the information until it was too late. Doesn't matter. I got over 100 people in my live today, and that makes me just tickled freaking pink. I mean, just so excited. We've never had, and we went more than just 100 earlier. So, um, so yeah, Eric, he just got arrested. Ruby, Paul Rogers, best you buy your Ozempic overseas. Yeah, I think Ruby's correct. I really and truly do. And I don't know what the um, uh, requirements are for keeping Ozempic. Um, I don't know. David Bond's video content. And by the way, hello, Ruby. Thanks for joining us. Um, David Bond's video content available to us here in the Philippines. We need to use a VPN. Miyagi, Michael. Any government can tell Google, parent company of YouTube, to remove someone or take your service. Easy to do. Money talks and a big mouth walks. Oh, it's quite possible, Michael. That is quite possible. Have you seen all the stuff going on with the Armstrong family? Man, they could make a show out of that. I have seen that they are separating. I don't watch the Armstrong family, to be honest with you, but I have seen that they are separating and getting a divorce is uh, uh, is what I've heard. I don't know. And if it's family drama, we tend not to really go into that because a lot of times there's children involved and, they're going to grow up having to live with whatever gets said on the internet about them, whose antics. I just look when it shows in my feed, Eric says. Does Philippines have compounding pharmacy? Yes, they do. They do have compounding pharmacies, Dale. There is a compounding pharmacy. Um, Mercury, no, Watson Drugs has one location with a compounding pharmacist in Angeles. And I believe there's a compounding pharmacist up at Clark at the medical center. Brian Corser. World Zoom was in the U.S. since before Thanksgiving. Was staying with his mom near Indy, as far as I know. YouTube was his only income. I think he overspent because his Filipino wife visited him, and that's quite possible, Brian. I don't know. All I can do is tell you, Bi got him 2 days ago when he tried to extend his visa. So, Paul, World Zoom posted 5 days ago. Okay. There's generic drugstores here in the Philippines. Not sure if Ozempic is popular here. You can't get a generic form of Ozempic yet, to the best of my knowledge. I don't know. What vaccination should I get before going to the long term as recommended by many? And how long should you get new shots? I would go to your doctor to get that information, Peter. I don't like giving out specific medical information because you may have certain allergies. You may have already had stuff. Go to your doctor, get your immunizations. They'll know what you need for there are publications and lists that doctors have that list every country and what recommended vaccines are necessary or recommended for those countries. Insurance only recently approved it. I would not be able to afford it if I had to pay out of pocket. The other problem is the strength. It looks like the Philippines only gives 1 milligram, and I'm using two. I didn't even know that the Philippines was selling it yet. That's interesting. You can bring Ozempic to the Philippines as long as you have a certificate from your doctor about your prescription. That's what I do when traveling to the Philippines or overseas. Cool, Ruby. Ruby, how's your experience with Ozempic? How is it? Are you happy with it? Oh man, I am so sorry, so sorry. Bah, 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 bah. Help! I can't read lips. For prescription, try online pharmacy that has an online doctor appointment and get 1 year supply by FedEx. There's an idea. I wonder how much is Ozempic cost without insurance? Paul, the stuff works. I'm 68, been diabetic, type 2 diabetic for decades, and a 2 milligram lost weight and helps below. Yeah, I do now. I should now. Very effective drug for me. Average HB1AC, HbA1c is between 7.5, but with Ozempic down. Wow, Ruby, it's been very effective for you. Nice. Well, you got 100 people online muted. You can get thousands if you speak. Yeah, I did. I screwed up. I hit that button, and then uh, uh, you know, I got it better up. It's back on. Closed caption, sounds, 2 words, food, palace, or thing. Food place, charades. I wonder what was World Zoom's motivation for coming back. He was in the U.S. a while. It wasn't like his material was a tour of Ayala Mall. All of his videos take place at home. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I I have a theory, but it's simply a theory, and I don't know if it's got. I have nothing to support that theory, but my theory is that he went back to the U.S. to go to court to try and get his record expunged. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true. In fact, I doubt it's true because I haven't heard anybody else say it. So, um, no, I don't know. World Zoom in that boxing box doing sign language. Latest wholesale price for the U.S. is just over $1,100 a few weeks ago, and for Dale $1,100, and that's for what a 1 month dosage. Kenny and Subic. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Arlen, if you're watching, just throw a pillow at Mike when it happens again. Yeah, she came in to let me know. I just got stopped by the cops in Cebu City, violation driving while white. Only disadvantage of Ozempic for me is the weight loss. Since using it, weight loss has been stuck under 46 kilograms or 100 pounds is the weight loss. You mean you can't go less than that, or it's forcing you to go less than that? I'm not sure I understand, Ruby. Mike, try hooking up your voice output to a single output like back in the 70s stereo equipment. This way you can see voice output live. Actually, I can see it here. I can. I have a monitor as part of the software, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. So Dale says, yeah, 1 month. AJ, how's it, bruh? Wait, Ozempic is a weight loss drug? Yeah, AJ. Well, all right, so AJ was actually developed as a diabetes drug, okay? However, it then later was found to have great weight loss benefits. So Ruby says Ozempic here, whoops, that moved on me. Ozempic here is subsidized by the government for diabetes treatment, $22 a pen. Wow, Ruby, that is so cheap. Brian 300. So why did they arrest World Zoom? Well, the only information that we have at this time, unless something's been put out in the last hour, I got the latest information I got was 25 minutes prior to our live. But Brian, they arrested him when he went to renew or extend his visa based on and they said a warrant in the U.S., but I have a feeling that it's old and maybe they're just doing a persona non grata. I'm sure we'll get more information down the line. That's one of them. I got stopped on SBMA, got off with a warning. Wow. Okay. It is diabetic med. It is. Vegan. John says in vegan, you have to have a driver's license for an E3 wheeler. Wow. Can't get weight gain anymore, Ruby says. Weight is maintained. Really? Huh. Careful with that, Ruby. You don't want to get too skinny. And I'm not saying anything, Ruby, but we're not spring chickens anymore. We need a little bit of that fat in our system. It's not as much as I've got for sure. And I've seen you. You don't have much, but um, don't don't just get rid of the fat. I just came on here. I looked at World Zoom channel. It's still up. Yes, CD. It is. Last I saw, it was still up, but Bureau of Immigration got him 2 days ago. He went to renew his or extend his visa, and they got him. And there's some conflicting information, um, you know, about what it is. I'm sure that by tomorrow morning, maybe even late this afternoon, there'll be more information out there. But it either has to do with the fact that he was a convicted felon, or it has to do that there is a new warrant. Either one of those, I just don't know. And I'm not going to make a guess. I'm not one of those channels that's going to make a guess as to what's going to happen. Only because I've seen too many of the channels get it wrong. They just run their mouths, they get it wrong, and they never go back, correct the information. They never change that video. That video stays wrong, and they just say, oh, you know what? This is what happened. But they don't fix the old video. So it stays that way. Ricky, I've never watched any of Andy Omar's videos, but I get a kick out of watching Rob's Coffee. I love his voice. Yeah, I like the old Cano. I know Rob, and he's a great guy. Is a Filipina's father or mother more important to focus on? Who makes final decisions in the Filipina household? You know what, Peter? You do. You make the final decisions. You make the final decisions, and you don't worry about what they do. You let your spouse or partner worry about them, and you set the boundaries. You set them. All right? Don't be discompassionate. All right? Don't be like that. But you set the boundaries and you let your wife interface with that type of stuff. Andy Omar rocks. He is interesting, that's for sure. For weight management, Ozempic is sold for US 105 per pen. Wow. And one pen enough for a month, Ruby? Elvis, how long as World Zoom? He got back last month. So, LG, did Andix really block you from their channel? I inquired on their last live feed, but yes, they banned me. And you know what? That's their right. And nothing I can say or do. I mean, they banned me, and they're well within, that's their channel. They run it the way they want to, and more power to them. They're still welcome in my channel. I haven't banned them. At Elvis, a month or so. I was there on the 5 myself renewing. Breaking news, World Zoom has changed their name to Jail Cell Zoom. That's funny, Michael. This is my first time finding you. Like your forum. Thank you, John. Thank you. And welcome. We have a great group of folks. Our channel does. We have great members. We have good trolls. It's all in fun and games. We're just not Look, we're in it as a hobby and to tell you about our life. And if shit works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, there's not much we can do about it. The BI runs a check after second extension with the ACR card. Hi, Elvis. There you go. Sorry, I thought you were done, Mike. Ha. Cardwell didn't go to renew his visa. He renewed it online. Yes, I saw that and made a video about how he did it. Then the online visa software raised a notice to immigration and they found out the rest. There you go. Miyagi, passport should be the first one flagged if you get convicted. Yep. I don't know. I mean, and we were all talking about this in the past. In the past, we were all saying, hey, if you have a felony conviction, can you come to the Philippines? Will the Philippines let you in with a felony conviction? And many of us assumed, I guess, that the Philippines doesn't care if you have a felony conviction. Or maybe it's a limited type of felony conviction that they get on people about. Because, he obviously did. Maybe he just hid it from them. Damn, World Zoom's out again. I always buy my max insurance on any trip I take. Yep, there you go, Sharky. Couldn't imagine being locked up. No, Adam. I got to be honest with you. I can't imagine. I don't even want to try and imagine what it would be like to be in a Philippine jail. I've heard so many horror stories. What's up, AJ? Sorry, I thought Mike was done, so I went to. It's okay. Hey, you know what? There's plenty of love to go around to everybody. Okay? We have, we're not like we're not vindictive, shitty people. Okay? We just really and truly are not. Just because Antics has banned us doesn't mean that we don't want our members and friends and stuff like that to not go there. We want them to go there. We want you to get your information from whoever has information that you're interested in. Don't feel bad about that at all. Uncle Mike, how are you so positive even when it's not always sunshine and rainbow? How do I be super positive like you as a young guy? It's really nice to be around positive people. Peter, I wish I could give you a better answer. I don't think I'm positive all the time. And it certainly has something to do with age. That's for sure. So all I'm saying is learn to control your anger. Learn to step back from it, to step away. My wife, Arlene, has been a big part of teaching me that. Jail in the Philippines is paradise. Sure it is, Miyagi. Oh, my God. So Ruby says that's a 4 milligram pen, which is good for 1 month if your dose is 1 milligram per week. However, I'm on a very small dose of 0.25, which would last me 4 months. Wow. Okay. You and Smooth Lee are the best. Check him out when you get it. Yeah, Smooth Lee's great. I love Smooth. I really do. FYI, I watch you and other YouTubers in the Philippines on Roku. And oftentimes when I check, I've been unsubscribed and have to resubscribe. Not just your channel, others too. Really, Paul? I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know why. Wow. Mike, I know a guy who's been to the Philippine jail twice. Wow. I would not want to be to the Philippine jail even once, Miyagi. Escape the influence. I'm glad they're taking action on that dude. Jesus, the guy's a narcissistic sociopath and not a smart one. Well, he certainly did some breaking the law, that's for sure. Does anybody know what happened with Barry Lee? You know what? I think that's who I was talking about. He was doing YouTube from jail. I know, I have no idea. He's part of a whole different group of drama that we don't deal with at all. Ripley, I asked that question several times about fame. The answers seem to be whatever the thing comes decides to do. Now, if it was a DV, murder, pedo, they'll not turn a blind eye. Yeah, absolutely. I think Ripley, you're right. It's all about um, well, all kinds of stuff. Caldwell was busted for using his brother's passport. He stole it a couple years ago. Yeah, he used his brother's passport to go to Thailand. Ruby, is this the one you're talking about? Is it self given and you set the dose? The bad foreigners need to reserve a cell in the city. Well, I think it's, just like Thailand is cracking down on visas and backgrounds, I think you're going to see the Philippines do it as well. I think you're going to see the Philippines start to get more and more picky, and they're going to get more and more in depth into looking at people's backgrounds. I really and truly do think so. Thailand's doing it already. And the more dumbass foreigners that we have here, the worse it's going to get. They just arrested well, we won't even talk about the Aussie guy that they just convicted. Actually, he's been arrested for a while. Just facts. The bad foreigners need to reserve a cell on the city that they're going to. Prisoner to toilet ratio is 232 to 1. Wow. I hope that's not true. If I could increase the dose from 2 to 3, I would. Insurance will only approve 2, but it is a lifesaver for me. Well, thank you, Paul. Well, perhaps I'll take a look and see if it's at all possible to get here. And if it is possible to get here, how much it would cost. Lovely. So he stole his brother's passport, got caught. Not good. Yeah. What happened was when they arrested him for fraud, wire fraud, and embezzlement, they took his passport and he bonded out. And while he was out on bond, bail, whatever you want to call it, okay, when he was out, he stole his brother's passport, skipped out on it, and then fled to Thailand. Prescribed by my specialist. Siri, 2 million is my dose. Paul, you must have a very high HP1.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
I don't know what that's all about. Bum bum. Paul Raj, it might be because Roku or maybe my connection. It's not that great, but do love the channel. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so very much. Drama group. Yeah, I mean, that's that whole sick grandpa, a couple of other guys, and everything else. Philly, I hope you're still around. Who do you think is going to replace you? Let me put that up. There you go. If Philly is still here, or anyone else that wants to join, just come on in. Escape. I'll be back in the Philippines hopefully in 2 or 3 months. My wife is in Imus Cavite. Looking forward to meeting some cool expats. You know what? Cavite is really not that far from Angeles. It's about 4 hours. So I'm not sure exactly where Imus Cavite is, but So World's End videos are all still there. Yeah, I would expect that they're all there. You know, I mean, I would expect that nobody's going to be able to take them down except YouTube and Paul himself or somebody that has access. Bureau of Immigration could give a shit, I would think. Hello, AJ. Elvis. Everyone remember to smash the like button. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. Back up to 91. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, when my volume went out, we dropped really down. I lost a lot of people from the live. We're back up to 91. I think the Philippine government is going to start hammering Westerners doing stupid. I do too, Ripley. I do too. I really, truly do. I think you're absolutely correct. That's for sure. Look, if you guys would like to cam up and discuss anything in particular, please feel free to do so. A1C got up 7.5. I sure will drop. I take 2 milligram for me. At least my A1C is under control. Nice. Very, very nice. No one can replace you. I think there's a lot of truth to that, Hapa. I really do. Hapa, I do once my endocrinologist showed me the first time. I do 3 months, review all the blood tests, and determine if dosage is applicable. Michael, I'm a beat up middle-aged man putting a new roof on my house this weekend. I did a tear off and 10 square feet by myself and the prep work, new shingles tomorrow, hired that part out. My back is on fire. I bet, Mike. That's a lot of work. Mike, Philippines immigration. Miyagi says Philippine immigration is already cracking down. Yeah, I think so. Okay, now I know. Went off and then back on. I was fine. Went to the ERA1C 16.1. 16.1. Ripley 16.1. That's like getting ready for a coma. Your sugar should be. Oh my God. Lost 50 pounds. Now it's 5.9. Don't need meds. Well, with dozens of get a passport bros videos every day, many Asian countries are probably going to up their checks. The incoming mass brings in dumb and die. It does. It really does. Brian, Kozar, Angeles City, Cardwell is out at least for a while. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make the cut for the short list. That's for sure. Thanks, Ruby. Yeah, I tell you, I know I eat all the wrong food and my worst enemy. I don't think you're leaving Philly. I think we'll get a place in Clark after you fix up the Province House. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Philly is going to leave Angeles. I do wonder how long he'll stay in the province, but I don't think he'll come back to Angeles. Maybe he'll pick somewhere else. I don't know, but I bet he gives the province a good solid couple of years for sure. Mogman. Hey, Mog, how you doing? Wasn't the P the one that brought Zoom into YouTube and boosted him saying what a great guy? Yep, he was. That's the story I've heard. I have actually never seen. Somebody made a comment earlier that the P had him on 3 times. I've never even seen one, but I have heard that she was the first one to really promote him a lot, or was one of the first at least. I'd love to join on cams 4 a.m. in Canary Islands. Wow. My neighbor is a crybaby and shall report me again to the landlord. Okay, man. In the Canary Islands. I bet that's beautiful. I really do. 50 pounds, I'd be dead if that happened to me. Yeah, Ruby, I've seen Ruby. I've met Ruby and her husband. She can't stand to lose 50 pounds. If Ruby lost 50 pounds, um, she'd be having to shop in the 6-month-old department. He'll be out of the country before Bama. It's possible. It's possible. Philly will fly back to Angeles every month for 3 days to do Walking Street. I don't think so. I don't. That's not going to be worth it to him. Ruby, I'm built like a tank. 5'7", 190. Wow. Ace Bachelor Tool is already claiming Phil. Yes, he is, Dickie. I saw that, and I guess only time will tell. I don't know. What do you think about it? Ruby, blood sugar went from 235 in the AM to 100 now. I know what I'm doing wrong, but I do enjoy a snack. First time I ever felt normal when I eat. Mogman, that is true. Sue, I've been here. Mog. How's that beautiful wife of yours doing, Mog? Hope you guys are doing fine. She took him down, of course. The Filipina did help World Zoom get established on YouTube, but after his troubled past caught up with him, the P took down the videos featuring him. Ah, there you go. One Wan Wan. That's a neat name. Well, One Wan Wan, welcome to the channel. Thanks for dropping in. The technology with the BI has drastically improved. AI technology will pick up anything on extensions. BI is cracking down because of advances. Yeah. For expats retiring in the Philippines with medical issues, make sure you are in close proximity to medical facilities and specialists. Don't gamble. Ruby is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. P was told he was bad and offended him till he was proved. Oh, defended him until he was proven bad. Then she removed him. Yeah. No, I can tell you, I called that a long time ago. But I didn't know he was as bad as what it turned out to be. I'm 5'9", 200 in 2011. Now I'm around 75 kilos or 165. Wow, Hoppa. Great. Good for you. I cut down on drinking sodas. That will help. That will help a lot. Ruby, wife and I were looking at Davao for family and medical, but after hearing what Mike said about Angeles City, we're checking out. I think Angeles City has a better medical facility than Davao. That's just my personal opinion. I've never been to Davao, but I've read about it. I looked at it. And so maybe it's not a very good example for me to give you. Dickie Smith. Paul, that's too bad. I'm drinking at least 3 liters of sodas a day. Trying to cut back, but soda's liquid crack. Fortunately, my blood sugar is always in the 90 to 105. Wow, Dickie. Whoa. That is great. Man, I wish my metabolism would churn up soda like that. I really do. I'm hearing something. I think somebody's getting some work done on one of the condo units near me. So let's see here. We're going to post this one more time. And we'll see what happens there. I'm down to 112, lost about 50. Wow. That's impressive. Hop on 165. That's a good weight for 5'9". Yes, it is. Indeed. I am really, really impressed. I got to be honest with you, folks. We are an hour and 39 minutes into this live. There are 83 people watching, 73 thumbs up. We've had outstanding um, participation today. And I want to thank and just to let everybody know, all of the that subscribe, all of you that just drop in and view, all of you that comment. I just want you to know we really do appreciate it. At one time, we had 120 people in the room, and we're not done yet. We're going to continue this, but I just want to make sure that you guys know how much we appreciate you. I really and truly do. I drink nothing but water all day, maybe one Gatorade and fresh calamansi juice. Nice, Hoppa. The struggle is real. I have to cut way back. Mine haven't told me on off yet. Miyagi, I'm hyperthyroid, so staying below 185 is a struggle. I've seen you, Miyagi. You know, you look pretty damn fit to me. I mean, really. Let's go 2 hours, Mike. Okay, just facts. We can make it at least 2 hours. Just following Cardwell's story, I believe he was released from jail in the States and put on parole, which most often restricts any travel outside the local area, especially the U.S. Yes, Will, I do, but I don't know. And I don't want to try and guess at it. There will be people that will be putting out videos, correct, informed, misinformed. It does, they're going to be partial truths, assumptions. Let's let those drama folks do that. They will be putting out videos so that they can get the clicks, so they can get the views, so they can make some extra money, and more power to them. We're just not going to guess at stuff like that. But I believe you're correct. Yeah, I'm a girly man, 5'9", weight 229, really been fat since 10 years. Blood sugar, Mike, you're better than talk radio. Oh, no, I'm not. I hope not. I go walking throughout 3 barangays 6 days a week. Between that and the work you do around the house, Hoppa, and the dogs, I imagine you stay pretty much active. There's no less than 5 streams on Caldwell right now. Drama cells. Yeah, Dickie. I don't doubt it. And I don't doubt that there's a lot of information out there. And I'm not going to be the one that tells you that information is right or wrong. Our information comes from BI and from the paper. And we don't have any special inside sources. We don't know the inside scoop, and we don't have any secret friends that know stuff. We don't know shit. We know what's available publicly. That's all there is to it. Ruby, yes. Leviathraxin. Stay on top of my food intake and exercise. Now nothing fits me. My size 42 pants fall off. My size 40 is a big butt, but size 38 is too tight. I was drinking 3 liters of soda in Hawaii before. Wow, that's a lot. Is your condition operable? AJ, watch out for the rice. Sucks. Fake sugar tastes bad. Yeah. Does anybody know if World Zoom guy had a Filipino living with him? It's my understanding that he has a Filipino girlfriend who works in Dubai. But I don't quote me on it. And so I don't know if there was anybody living with him or not. I do not know. Okay. And I mean, I don't expect, Bureau of Immigration is not one to put out a lot of information in particular to things. And I don't expect Caldwell is going to be putting out information until he gets deported. And and then if he doesn't put out any information, we'll know it was much more serious than than what he says. Ruby, my thyroid was taken out in 1999. When I got here in Ilocos region, going upstate, stairs to the second floor, I was out of breath. So I knew I had to change my dietary needs. Wow. If you're in the Philippines, alterations are very cheap, so you can get the right fit with you. Yeah, that's, Ruby, that's really true. That's absolutely true. Just facts. I love rice, but you're right if you want to cut the belly. I tell you, I wish I could. I don't eat rice much, but I like all the food that I shouldn't eat. You know, I'm not going to go into it. It's not something that I discuss a whole lot about, but I have I do have disability because of being a type 1 diabetic all my life. Um, if I wanted to, I could apply to disability in the U.S. and I'd get it at 100%. Um, I expect, you know what? I didn't expect to live this long, number one. And then number two, I don't expect that to have both of my legs either. I'm surprised I still have both of my legs, even though they don't always work well. Here in the Philippines, I buy a size up because of Asian sizes. Yeah. I like veggies. Problem is, Ruby, I like all my veggies fried. I like tempura. I like fried okra, fried squash. Ugh. Motivational doc, Dr. Eric Berg. Yeah, I know Eric Berg. I don't know him personally, but I know who you're talking about. And so I'll have YouTube on blood sugar. Great info. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. My girlfriend is the key to my health, always hounding me. Be grateful. It's good to have. I mean, Arlen is like that. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm sick. I tell you, Arlen, bless her heart, man, sometimes I'm afraid I'm going to wake up and she's just going to be staring down at me. She just watches me like a like a like a hawk. She just does, trying to make sure I'm okay. Just facts. It's not so much that; it's the glucose. Yep. I eat more vegetables than my in-laws make, so they're happy because I don't have to cook any special food. Social Security may pay more versus disability depending on, yeah, they may. It doesn't matter. It's okay. I don't need, either one. I don't need either one. How old are you, Mike? Let's just say I'm 65. How about that? And I never expected to live to this age. I've been a type 1 insulin dependent, non functioning pancreas since birth. I've been on insulin since I was born, or a couple days thereafter. Took them a while to figure it out. I puree bitter melon to burn the fat, and it helps with the blood pressure. It doesn't taste good. I don't like bitter melon. I just don't. Eat whatever you want, just eat in smaller portions. I eat 6 to 8 times a day. Arlene would be throwing pillows at you if you don't listen to her. She would be. She would be. Nothing like being henpecked by the wife. Hey, Mike? You know what? Arlene is a great wife. She can henpeck me all she wants. Ruby says, Arlene does that because she obviously loves you more alive than dead. Yeah, And that surprises me because I actually think I'm worth more dead than alive. But she is trying to keep me alive, that's for sure. Paul Caldwell spent time in jail in Thailand, maybe Philippines. You know what? I heard he did. I heard it was very short. I heard he was like only held for a couple days. What I heard was that Thai immigration picked him up and held him for the FBI to pick him up in like 48 hours. So, I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know how much of that's true. My psoriatic arthritis covering my body made it hard to move. The sun and the heat cleared it, almost gone. Wow. Wow, that's good to know. I eat rice 2 or 3 times a day. First meal and large portion, the last meals. Wow, Hapa, 2 or 3 times a day? Really? As a young person, I've always wondered why people hide their age, like people hiding how much they get paid or how much their bank account. I find that women are even more strict. I tried that, Miyagi. It didn't work for me at the time. Dickie, it's hard at first, but it became a way of life for me. Wow. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So, no, Arlene does a great job. She makes me get out and about. I mean, I know I'm going to end up in a wheelchair full time in the not too distant future. I know I'm going to lose a leg in the not too distant future. I know that I will more than likely pass away very quietly in my sleep, which is kind of what I'm hoping on. All right. But I also know it's not going to be this year. I also know that. So that's all I really care about. Hapa, wow, you eat more rice than me. Having lived for 20 plus years, I eat rice 1 or 2, most 2 times. Rest is bread only. Yeah, that's a lot of rice. It really is. I was born eating rice, Hapa says. How funny is that? How funny is that? Oh, wow, I tell you. I'm looking outside today. It's a beautiful day. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's one of those days, it's kind of days I like. Not, you get these days that there's not a cloud in the sky, and you get these days that are completely overcast, but it's not going to rain. But then you get days like this where there's just a bunch of light, fluffy white clouds. So they pass in and out of the sun, and it's just nice. Peter, your personal finance or income is no one's business, and Ruby is correct. Believe it or not, herbal life shakes do the trick for me. I think I could cut the sugar down. Multiple small meals would work better. I totally shocked that Antics banned you. They don't usually ban people, especially someone like you. You're not one who does personal attacks. If you had to guess, what's the reason? LG, I don't know. And quite frankly, I just, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I've often heard, I've often heard, something, I'm not even going to say it. It's not, I don't want to be negative about Antics. I really and truly do not. I wish them success. I wish them that they do well. Why they banned it, I don't know. And quite frankly, there's nothing I could say or do about it. I just, I don't know. I really don't. I believe, if I had to guess, I believe that they misunderstood something. or, I said something that they didn't approve of, or we had a difference of opinion, or, they think that I said something. I don't know. But I've never gone after them, and not really gonna. More power to them. Let's see here. I totally shock Annex Banjo. No one can guess how old I am in person. And Miyagi's right. I've met Miyagi. He looks much younger than he is. You only die once. You live every day. You bet. 90 degrees in Pangasinan and getting hotter. Yeah, you're not far from me, Hoppa. So hot here, my cat caught fire laying on the sun. Poof. Big Bear, what do you think of Clark Medical City? I was impressed with it. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't have, and I don't think they do transplants. And I don't think Clark does bypasses. Okay? They do stents, but I don't think they do bypasses. So if I was going to have a bypass, I'd want to go down to either Asian Hospital or St. Luke's, Quezon City. I just spent $19.99 a minute talking to a psychic about you. She said you're an old man, aged like a dirty dog in rain. You have money hidden in a wall with a pole close by. What is she saying about you? I don't know what she says. Unless Arlene's been squirreling money around, I got no idea. I think you need a new psychic. Miyagi, same for me, but since I don't dye my hair, don't feel bad. Mike banned me for some unknown reason. No biggie. Mike's never banned. I've argued with Mike before. He's never banned me. He's actually he made me a moderator. And we often have slight disagreements. Mike Dowdy, how you doing, Mike? How are you? Good to see you. Blackwood, as long as you're happy in your own skin, don't worry about what they say. Yeah, absolutely. Mark Reynolds, I use SodaStream. You know what? I bought my daughter a SodaStream before I left the U.S., and she never uses it. Maybe I should ask her. I don't know if I could get the stuff I need for it here. Miyagi, it must be that Asian blood. Most Asians, it's getting hard to find a prescription. I just had to pay 97 pesos each for medication. Wow. I think, I want to say I was, the other day, my oral medications aren't expensive. My medications run about $400 US a month. Diet, exercise, and testosterone replacement therapy. Injections works wonders for me. Throw in a good single malt and a fine cigar, and I'm right as rain. There you go, Dave. The workers are putting in a new bypass. Nice, I guess. Is that good or bad? Blackwood. Shout out Mike from Girona Tarlac. We'll be at Eve. What's up, Dano? How you doing? Eve, Thursday. Envy, Thursday. I'll be there. Envy. I won't be at Envy. I'll be at Tequila Reef Thursday morning. Are you saying you'll be at Envy Thursday night for dinner? Adventures with the Good Morning Mike. Hop ya. Good morning, Roy. How are you? I've been getting senior discounts at Jollibee, Burger King, and Chow King. Am I breaking the law? I just show my U.S. driver. You know what, LG? It's funny. Some people get senior discounts here. Some people will not. When we first started going to Texas Roadhouse, they gave me a senior discount with my driver's license. Okay, my Philippine driver's license. But now you got to have a Philippine senior card. Mike Downey, my doctor's at Asian Hospital, great doc. He was a doctor. Look, I'm going to tell you, I don't know why Asian Hospital does not get as much public acknowledgement as to how good they are. Asian Hospital is a great hospital. I'm surprised they honor U.S. Seniors card. I don't even, no, sometimes some of them do, Ruby, but not all. Adventures with Roy. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. I really and truly am. Doing a whole lot better. Okay, folks, it's been 2 hours, and unlike some other folks, I just can't do 3, 4, 5 hours. We don't have enough to talk about to keep everybody interested, and I hate to be boring to people. Okay? So, with that being said, I really want to thank everybody for dropping by. I appreciate your time, and you guys have a great, great day. Thanks.